So here we are, the house build. Now, the first problems that we had started right in the very beginning. Forget the planning, I'll come back to that at a different time. But we had a lot of trouble with the first set of builders that we employed to do the brickwork. They're a firm that we have used in the past, but unfortunately, don't know what went wrong. Most of the footage that we've got, we were thinking about keeping for that cowboy type building channel, but come on, let's have a look. Right, so basically the problems that we had in the beginning all started from foundation up to damp course. So for those of you that don't know, this here is the damp course level. So this is the height of your threshold in and out the house. So this is where the bottom of your door is going to go, the floor inside, and then outside 2 courses down generally is where the width, 2 courses down generally is your patio or your path or whatever you've got going on outside is at. The problem that we had in the beginning is we did our bit, we put the foundations in, we got Big Dave to come down and he did the fancy thing with his magic system and put all the dots in the right places, and then we had the firm come out and we had them build up to damp course level, which is here. Now, we had various places round the property that either the measurements were wrong and they didn't quite work out, it didn't work to brick, because generally you try and build to brick course so you haven't got lots of little sections as you're going along. We had problems with the perps lining up. For those of you that don't know, that's the perp there, so it's the vertical joint where the cement is. So we had one perp here and we had one sort of over here. We had 3 courses of brickwork in the worst place, 15mm out of plumb. So that's 15mm like this. What you're actually looking for is everything to be straight and true. And you'll soon get to know I'm a proper perfectionist, so everything has to be right. So that was no good at all. So basically what happened then was I proceeded to throw a bit of a tantrum. Toys were absolutely everywhere. A lot of it I kicked back down, or I made them come and take it right back down to the footing level and start again. They got it right the second time round, but then there was numerous issues and we ended up having to kick them off the job, and we took on Bob and Big Len, which you'll meet in a second. But just as an example, this is just one pile of rubble here of stuff that we had to take back down. So look at the amount of wastage that has gone on. So as you can probably appreciate, when they've used a brick and they've had to take it back down, not all of them can be reused because they're covered in mortar. And the last thing we want is a face brick, no matter what you do, covered in mortar like that and looking a right mess. Now, unfortunately, that brick itself is probably about £1.10 on its own, and you can see there's quite a lot of money out here that's just no good and we can't do anything with it. So you can imagine I was probably, or not probably, I actually was quite annoyed. So as we go around, we'll show you various bits. The plinth, I'll show you what we did on the plinth on the garage, because that's going to be easier to see over there because we've took all the protection back off. But this end of the house now is the gable end. Here we've got the base of the chimney, so inside we've got an inglenook, which is, an inglenook is what's built in, so the chimney sits on the outside. So when you're inside the room, the fire itself is sat back, or the log burner in our case. So the chimney's going to go up there, and you can see we've got the 2 little windows either side, and this is the living room in this end. I also forgot, you're going to meet beautiful Robby as well. So when I was talking about the plinth, this is what's called a plinth, which it's an individual plinth brick, and we've had a double width plinth, so it just gives that extra edge and extra detail to make everything look nice. The other thing as an extra we went for is a lot of people round their windows, at the top of the windows, they'll have either a stone, a brick set, so brick soldiers, they're all stood up as they go along. I didn't really like the thought of that, so I've decided to go for stone heads and sills, and we've got a couple of round windows. So if you look up there, we've got a bullseye round window, and I decided to have the 4 pillar stones to suit as well. So that just needs grouting up, and that's all finished. As you can see, electricians now they're doing their bit. They've pulled the cables through, and that's about it here. This is pretty much finished. So then, as you can see, we've got another pile of waste bricks and stuff that we can't use. Morning, guys.
Morning, mate. All right?
All right.
Not bad, are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
You getting on all right this morning then?
Yeah, good. Cracking on.
Yeah. So you've had nice new hoodies.
Oh, yes.
Bit of a question for you. On the gable end of this brickwork here, we've got some like white coming through on the brickwork.
Yeah, it's efflorescence.
Yeah, that's
It's
like
like
the
salt.
salt it
Salt.
is. Yeah.
So what does that go?
It'll go over time. It's just due to a lot of obviously like the wet weather and stuff we've had.
Yeah.
So,
it's just the salt in the brick coming out.
yeah, it's just the salt coming out, and
Salt
eventually, like
content
you
in
say,
the
it's, I mean, it happens a lot in a lot of bricks. So,
Okay, so nothing to worry about.
yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Everything going all right?
Yeah,
No problems?
All good.
Good. So like I was saying, we had the stone heads and sills, so that is what I mean by stone head. So that is where you'll see some houses have got soldiers, as in bricks stood upright. I just thought it's going to look far better on our project to go with stone heads and sills, which is a bit of an oversight in the beginning because I hadn't ordered them and there's a fair lead time, but I'll show you a bit of a clip of when we went out and met the stone guys and how helpful they were, and they turned it around really quickly for us. They were brilliant. Can't recommend them highly enough. So stone heads go in like that. We've had the chamfer detail on the bottom, they sit in, and basically the reason that we made a bit of an error in the beginning not ordering them soon enough is because you can't carry on with the brickwork without them, and I didn't realise there was quite a long lead time on them. So like I say, they did help us out, they got them done, we got them fitted, so we managed to carry on. Then as we look above that, you'll see I've gone for probably quite an old-fashioned design nowadays, but I've gone for a brick corbel. So as you go up and down the rake of the roof, you'll see there's a brick dental detail there that I've gone for, which I just think sets everything off really nicely, especially with the stone heads and the plinths, as we discussed before. So I think that's been a real good choice there. I'm pleased with that. So like I said, today was just a flying visit. We just come in to show you roughly where we're up to. There'll be a bit of a montage in a moment that will show you exactly where we're up to today. We'll keep coming back every week and you can see a little bit more of what's going on, and also throughout the courses of the week, weekly episode, what we'll do is we'll keep flicking back and having a look at some of the stages that we've done, that we've documented as we've gone along and not yet obviously put on here, but we'll keep showing you little snippets, explaining what we do, explaining why we're doing it, and the problems like efflorescence that they've just mentioned that I didn't know what it was, but the stuff that we'll keep showing you as we go through, which will be quite good. We're back to work now, see what's happening. Len, you just get your rubbish off the back while he's doing that house build montage. So before we nip back to work, I'll take you guys just down the track to the farm, which is obviously the same place we live, but I'll just give you guys a bit of a quick tour and show you exactly what it is we do on the farm. And what we'll do is we'll give you a quick rundown of what we do on the farm, and then once we've done that, I'll go more into depth in it separately on a different occasion. So this is the farm. Now what we've got here, we've got primarily a pig rearing enterprise. So what we do is we do a bed and breakfast service for another firm, and we take in a little under 2,000 pigs and we house them in these two buildings here. Now I'm not going to take you inside today because I've already done the pigs this morning. I've showered up and I'm ready to go to work now, so the last thing I want to do really is go inside, because then I'll have to shower up again before I go into work. So that's it for today regarding the pigs. We'll come back and we'll do a little bit on the farm each week just to keep you up to date of what we're doing, methods, why, what and how. All the processes that we do, we'll also start showing you the processes and why we do them as well. Just before we head back into work, just check on the sheeps. We've got some Texel cross, we've got some Suffolk cross, and we've got some pedigree Suffolks. So these black faced ones, these are the pedigree Suffolks. Aren't they? We've got them in here now, we've brought them in. Lambing should start, if everything goes to plan, 15th of Feb is when we start lambing. So we haven't got a lot at the moment. They all look nice and happy in here. So what we've done is we've brought them in, we've put them in here. Obviously ignore the penning a little bit, it's not quite finished, but once we get it all set up properly we'll be able to pen everything individually and make it a little bit better. So at the moment we put some straw bales up just to stop some of the wind and help pen it up a little bit, but they're all happy enough. Like I say, if everything goes to plan, 15th of Feb we'll start lambing, and we'll keep you up to date on that, keep showing you. So that's a lot of early starts, late finishes, getting up in the middle of the night, enough to keep us busy then. So now we'll set off on the long and tedious journey through to work, which takes us generally about 47 seconds. So guys, that's it. That is a little bit on the farm and a little bit on the house build. Next episode I think we'll jump on to an introduction to Trent Fasteners, which you haven't yet seen anything of. We're going to head back over to the big site because I know Big Dave is pouring foundations for the first building on there tomorrow, so we'll get some of that for you to see. We've got quite a busy day today, so I'm going to have to log off now because we've got a meeting with the people who are buying the first building on the big site from us, so we need to finalise all the spec on the building for that. And then after that, me and Clayton have got to nip and see a customer over toward the Buxton area, so we're going to go and see if we can get that done this afternoon as well. So hope you guys have enjoyed what you've seen. If you do, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.